The mystery beer is Goose Isalnd Bourbon County brand stout, Northwoods.
Welcome to After the Final Pour, brought to you by the Malting Hour. I am one of the hosts of both of those things, Tony Golick, joined always with
Brandon Winninger
and
Clark Fettridge.
Dan, sorry you're not here for this one either, man. This After the Final Pour is leading up to our what's going to be next week's episode, which is Build Your Own Bourbon County Media Kit Part 2. And so we thought it would be appropriate to dig into Brandon's random collection. He trusted us being Clark and I, to go into his cellar area.
I do not trust
you. We grabbed one Bourbon County out of there. We're not going to say what it is until we see if Brandon can
It was
guess
bottled between the time they started making Bourbon County and the 2021 lineup.
I'm going to do this. 2020.
Yeah, we'll take it. It wasn't from this year's.
It wasn't from this year. That's all you'll know. Okay. It's not double barrel, which I almost was going to say.
Or
let's do
is
that.
it?
That'd be funny. It's not your double barrel. So,
or is it?
Yeah, let's get into this. Brandon, tell us what you're smelling.
I smell cherry.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. I know it. I mean, because I know what
You're saying, I know what it is.
because I know what it is. It's definitely way easier for me to pick out everything in there. If you need, I don't know. I feel like it might be hard to guess unless you had. I don't know.
So,
Why don't you tell us what you're tasting?
I had cherry when I smelt it. Took a
Whoever
drink.
smelt it, dealt it.
I'm getting like carameliness a little bit, and my first thought was, "Is this a caramella?" And as a point of contention, I've never had caramella. I have a couple bottles of it.
I know,
but that's a wheat wine.
It is a wheat wine,
But yeah, so like it just.
and I will say that was one of the suggestions that I made to Clark. But we also thought it would be way too easy because you will know when you're having.
It would be easy.
It's delicious.
It's interesting. I'll give some clues out.
There you go.
When I'm swirling this in the light, it's a different color than most Bourbon Counties.
There you go. I would agree. Even when we poured it, it was a little bit the head you're talking about.
Yeah, all of it. I mean, really, all of it. Which I don't know if I've ever noticed on this.
And it's not like a huge change, but
So the flavors that I'm getting a lot of dark fruit. Okay. It's leading me almost bramble.
That's a interesting guess.
You are not right, but you're not far off. Which, if I would not, that bramble that you have back there, I would not have chose that.
Opened that.
Only because it's a 20 ounce, and this is a real After the Final Pour. We did just do the media kit episode. What's 4 Bourbon Counties between 3 guys on a Saturday afternoon during March Madness? Top tier doggies.
Yeah, and I'm cheating. I'm looking at my list of beers that
No,
I
that's
have.
fine. No.
That's okay.
I mean,
we should get to it sooner than later, so we can talk about it. But
I'm just interested to what you get out of it, and then when you find out what it is.
So I will say there's
Just my 2013 backyard rye.
Damn it! No, it's not. But
there is one adjunct to this that I'm not getting really any of.
I got it in the first sip.
Okay.
And that's
Since
before
then,
I started swirling it around. I had it, and I was like, "Oh,
I guess
finally,
a little on the nose.
I get it. It's not." But this was a bit of a perplexing one of the year it came out for me specifically because I did not enjoy it, and then 1 year later, Clark had another one and was like, "It's fucking good," and I think I had it again with you.
I feel like we did drink it together once. Not that this is going to lead you anywhere, but I did love it, and I've had a couple over the years. Or a year.
Oh, telling.
If I see this one out, which if anybody's got it, nice. That'll give you some more information about maybe how old it is. If this was still sitting out, I'd pick up another bottle of this. I'm enjoying this.
When I see it, I pick it up.
Well, as you listeners know, you already heard what the mystery beer is at the beginning of the episode.
That's right.
Before I even introduced the
mystery beer.
Oh yeah, that's what Clark did.
Exactly.
I'm kind of at a loss.
I am getting the other.
Are you? It's not as pronounced as it used to be.
It's not.
And in a minute, we'll actually be able to talk about it.
All right, Brandon, I'm going to give you the year.
Okay.
2017. It's 5 years old.
Is it the barley wine?
No. Would you like a color that it is associated with?
The flag.
I'm going to say blue.
Oh, I know what it is.
Yeah.
Northwoods.
Yes.
You got it.
Blueberry, almond goodness. So have you ever had this before?
I don't think so.
I don't see it checked in on
Yeah,
his.
I don't think you've ever had this.
Yeah.
I know you've got one of these. And in fact, if I'm not
I take it back. So I actually I had it at Rabbit's.
Oh, no, you did. Yes, that's right. Right here.
Yes. And then you had a bottle of it from Fishman's, and I remember this.
did have it at
how you got
Rabbit's.
because
I
you
found my
went,
chicken.
because you went to Fishman's, and we were talking about. I think you and I met up at Rabbit's, but you had also got. I don't know if you wanted an allotment or what was going on at that time with Fishman's, but you did end up grabbing this and a couple other ones.
Yeah.
I think you had said like, "Oh, I ran in there and I grabbed some beers, and Northwoods is one of them."
Yeah. So Clark, what's the flavor profile on this? Or the adjunct profile, I should say.
Blueberry juice and almond extract.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting.
So blueberry juice, it made sense. So you said like cherry, dark fruit.
Yeah.
Do you get any of the almond extract? That's what I was saying that I'm not getting much at all. That
I
I
get a
do
little
remember getting, which I really liked about it when it first came
Hearing that, yes. And then I do remember that being something that I really enjoyed about it as well.
The berry juice is what turned me off about this when I first had it. I don't think. Did I check this in juicing? I probably put it.
Daniel did.
I'd rather lick a boot than drink this again.
Yeah, loved the almond. Did not like the blueberries. What you said. I think we had this at Prop Day when we sneaked our way in.
Oh yeah, was that
the free
was that the
pass.
real? Was that the real?
That was the Prop Day the Prop Day that actually turned into Prop Day.
Yeah, that was 2017.
Yeah. Wow, that's how long ago it was.
Yikes!
Eee, we're getting old fast. That's gonna suck when that's 10 years ago. Yeah, this is. I'm liking it. I am liking it. I do like the blueberry. I do get a bit of the almond. It's not as much upfront as it was, but again, aged for 5 years. You're coming right up on it, man. Coming right up on the 5-year mark on this beer. So I thought it was a perfect one to.
Yeah, it's super well balanced.
Good.
And again, in going back, 5 years of memory, I do. When we figured out this was the one, I do remember having it at Rabbit's, and I remember like the fruit being really forward and the almond being very present, and it's subsided, but it's done so in a very pleasant way. Yeah. I wish there was still a little more almond in this because I think that's kind of what I'm missing. But overall, I mean, for 5 years. My impression on most of the bourbon counties that have been aged a little bit, like they mellow and get a little. There's things that get better, and there's things that kind of fall off, but they're all still always very solid beers. Like for example, like last year we did King Henry, and for how many years old was that beer?
Oh, over 10,
something like that, and it held up really well. And I feel like that's just kind of like par for the course for Bourbon County, and they hold up really well. So
that year's lineup, the 2017 lineup, wasn't. That's when they kind of started expanding, leaving a little bit more. So it was 6. It was regular. Let's see. I'm looking at it right now. There was. I'll just go through the list on found here. It was Prop, the 2017 Prop. So that is the Bananas Foster. Yeah, this was the that makes sense.
Banger year it was.
What's up?
It was a banger year for
dude. Bourbon County barley wine, which you do have one, which we thought maybe we should go with that to see how that would fare. But I would imagine that is like just caramely. Like I can't imagine a barley wine.
I think King Henry was a barley wine.
It was.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the barley wine, and you've got a really old barley wine in there. as well, like the original 12-ounce bottles from Goose. Northwoods is a part of this, and then the Reserve, which was aged in an 11-year-old Knob Creek. I do remember getting that and having that. And then regular Bourbon County, and then the Bourbon County Coffee.
Okay.
Is 2017 the last time there was a regular coffee?
Ooh.
That sounds about right. Although,
like just
I'm
straight
looking,
up.
I do not remember this at all. A Bourbon County Reserve barley wine from that year? It's a golden red label?
What?
I mean, there's a picture of it with all the other 2017s. I do not recall that.
I need to see that picture. I need to see it. Turn it over.
That one. Everything else. Regular. Barley wine. Coffee. Northwoods. Prop. Barley wine reserve, apparently.
I guess so.
Regular
I
reserve.
didn't see anything.
I really
that.
do not remember that 1 ounce.
In fact, all the stuff I'm looking at here right now online is just six fucking bottles.
It's sitting there on Untapped. Heaven Hill barrels. Let's
Jesus.
see if any of us drank it. Not
Probably
me.
not me.
Not you, Brandon or Daniel.
Oh,
all of my friends.
Those are all my friends. Yeah, I mean, that actually, when you show me the picture...
well, so the weird thing is only 54 people have
ever
checked this in. So
What?
oh, you know what? Did they remove that from the lineup? Does that sound familiar? Something was wrong with it, and they never put it out. So they announced it. I think that's what it was. They announced it, and something didn't taste so good.
Oh, man, Heaven Hill's...
That's got to be what it was, because I'm like, I never
Heaven
had
Hill.
that.
Let's get into that when we're done here after the final pour. We're going all night. Sorry, I pointed at the bottle. Yeah, 2017 was an interesting year. I remember liking the Reserve a lot.
Yes, yeah. I had one of those a year ago because Benny's just happened to have it on a random Friday in December, so I picked one.
Why not get it? Yeah.
Thanks, Benny's.
Thanks, Benny's.
Yeah.
So, Brandon, did we do well?
Yeah.
With choosing an after the final pour for you to try?
Yep. Yeah, I like this beer. This is... Yeah.
It's fun.
My last little sip right there, it was kind of flax. I've been swirling around. Was like coffee-ish, very like berry juice. It was nice. And
you can actually tell that it is juice. It's not some weird
fake blueberry.
flavoring.
Ugh, that's the worst, fake blueberry.
No, and again, I'm impressed in how well it held up.
5 years is what they say, and you got to 4 years and a quarter. I'm sorry about my phone vibrating. Yeah, you guys got anything else you want to say about this?
Nope. Good choice.
Oh, you know what? Oh, man, I just thought about something. We didn't make Clark do a roundup on the last episode. Which is the next episode. Damn.
I can review this one. Do a quick
let's
recap.
get a quick recap.
Brandon didn't know what it was. Tony and I did. We both liked it. There's not as much almond extract. Brandon thought it tasted like cherry, but once he knew what it was, it tasted like blueberry juice. That's it.
Brandon, I love you, man.
It held up well.
Love you too, bud.
Clark, thanks for that recap.
What a blast.
Oh, God. Guys.
This has been The Malting Hour. Be sure to follow us on all social media by searching The Malting Hour and at themaltinghour.com. You can also follow us individually on social media. Brandon can be found on Instagram as BMDub81, on Twitter, BDub81, and on Untapped as BDubDrinksBeer. Tony can be found on Instagram and Untapped under Ace of Help Chicago, on Twitter, The Ace of Help Chicago. Clark can be found as Clarkowski on all three. Dan can be found on Instagram as hip__hops and hip hops on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe, like, and rate the show on your preferred podcast listening platform. Until next time, cheers from all of us at The Malting Hour.